Well, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I know that Friday we had a very good evening. I worked until 5. I picked up my daughter and took her to guitar lessons um, over at Star Music. And then we stopped into the nail shop. Then we moseyed on down to the Sand Hill, meet one of her friends. And we hung out there for a little while. Then I kind of told them I would meet them back in front of Belk's. So I came back around and picked them up from Belk's. Then I took my daughter's friend home, and then I dropped her. Well, we came on home. Um, from there, it started storming really bad, and she went upstairs and started playing her guitar. She started practicing her guitar. She's kind of excited about that, and I stayed down here. I was working on the computer and, watching a movie. It was probably around 11 o'clock or, no, it's probably around 10 o'clock. She came down and I told her, I said, come on in here and watch a movie with me. So she did. And we kind of laid in the bed together and just watched the movie and we fell asleep. 12 o'clock came around and I said, Gabby, it's getting late. Going up to your room, and she did. Around 3:30, I checked on her, and everything was fine. And around 7:15, she was not in her room. I don't know at this point where she could be. It's been an entire day of turmoil, actually. We have gone next door to door knocking. We looked all around the neighborhood. We have a couple of looks like abandoned houses in this neighborhood. So I was kind of like knocking on doors and trying to listen to see if I hear anybody in there. So I don't know what's really going on at this point, but I just want my daughter to come home. I don't care what the situation is. I just want her to come home. When I realized she was not in her room, I first I went outside, ran around the house and looked under the house everywhere. And then I grabbed my phone and I started calling her number. The number rang a couple of times, then it stopped. Then I called it back immediately again and it went straight to voicemail. Then I called it again and it went straight to voicemail again. So then I contacted the police, and an investigator came out. By then my brother and my nephew and another friend had come out, and they were here, waiting with me for the officer. And, the officer took the report. He said he needed to put her into the NCIC system, which is for runaways. And then later they would, depending on what they find, they may turn it into a missing person. Well, later on, they called later on that evening and said that they were changing it to missing persons. At that point, we just then started thinking, what could we do? And we started making flyers, grabbed the first photo that we could find that, people could relate to. And because she has braces, she's about 5'2". She is medium brown skin complexion, not quite as dark as I am. She's maybe weighs about 120. I'm not sure. And she wears her hair straight down in the back off her face. So we went around, knocked on doors to see if anybody saw her. Passed out flyers. My brother and my nephew and my friend, they went on out to the sand hills and they passed out flyers out there. Okay. Gabrielle is currently in the biohealth magnet program at Ridgeview High School. She makes fairly decent grades, not the grades I want her to make yet, but I mean, we're still working on it, but she is working on it as well. I thought she was doing well. Sometimes she, she may get a little, not apply herself as much as I want her to, but we're working on that. I've talked to her all summer She was in a summer music program where I think she gained some valuable skills. The GMG Music Studio up here on Sparkleberry. She not only participated the first month of June, but the second month of June she volunteered as a help to the younger kids.
Okay.
And then, so she's getting ready for school. School starts August the 23rd. That's Thursday. And I think she was really excited. You know, I'm thinking that she was. I mean, she's, you know, I think she's preparing herself to get ready for school. She is now a Ridgeview High School cheerleader. I mean, for the JV squad. So I believe she was really excited about that. I don't feel like she walked out of here and left here on her own. Gabrielle is not the type of person that gets up early, number one. Between those hours, she's usually still sleeping. She normally gets up maybe around, like during the summer, she might get up around 9:30, 10:30, 12 o'clock even. But 3 o'clock, 3:30, around that time, that's extremely odd for me. Number two is I don't see where she's taken anything with her other than what she may have had on, which was her pink and black pajama pants and a black T-strap top. I don't even know if she had on shoes. I do believe she had her cell phone with her.
And you've contacted Verizon?
I've gone online. I've contacted Verizon to try to see how they could help me, to see what were the last telephone numbers that came in, what were the last texts that came in, what, if any, data was utilized, when the last time.
Have they been able to help you?
Verizon helped a little, not as much as I wanted them to. They helped me to get in and on my account to see all the telephone calls that came in. The last telephone call that came in was at 8:39. We left the Sand Hills about that time, then came home. So then the last text that she did get was through 11 o'clock p.m. But, you know, that was through with several different numbers, one more than others, but it wasn't just one up until 11 o'clock, which I'm supposed to have the phone at a certain time, but she was here with me all the way to 12 o'clock, so I must have dozed off when she kind of texted somebody, so I'm not sure. Being a mom, all I can say is keep the lines of communication completely open, because at this point I don't know what has occurred. I don't know what has happened. I don't know how it happened, and this is really a nightmare. It really is. This is the worst situation that a parent could be in. All I want to say is, if you know Gabrielle, if you know Gabby, she goes by Gabby, if you know her and if you've seen her, I've sent flyers all over. Please give me a call, or you can contact law enforcement. They are well aware. We have we did put a report in. I'm waiting on some other things to take place. I was hoping that we would hear an Amber Alert or something by now, but I am so thankful to have you here because this is one way, one avenue to get the word out. And if she is actually able to see this program tonight, I am hoping that she will pick up the phone, or if she's able to get to a phone, or if somebody could get to a phone and give me a call and let me know where they saw her, or contact law enforcement and let them know something, because we are all praying. That's Right Direction Christian Center. They are praying. I have another church out on Percival Road that's contacted me personally, and they want to help in whatever way. I have the cheerleading coach, Coach Lakina, who has come all the way to this side of town to try to, you know, give her assistance. So I have a lot of people, and some of the cheerleading parents have even stopped by. I have a lot of people that are trying to help me out, which is helping me to stay sane. I mean, this is not something that anybody wants to go through when it's your child.